Lovers who rebel and get married always face trouble at a later stage. Here's one such story from Shimoga, but with a twist.
The guy you are looking at is Prasanna. He had arrived at his sister's house with his newlywed wife. A teacher at a private school, Prasanna's wife Rupa had left her parents infuriated when she eloped and got married to Prasanna. Rupa's parents have been trying to nullify the marriage and take their daughter back home. Her parents found it the opportune moment to take her back home when she came to Shimoga to visit her sister-in-law. Rupa's parents barged into the house and forcibly took her back home. Not just that, they also beat up Prasanna and have left him in a bad state.
ಅವನು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಈಗ 3 ದಿವಸ ಸಂಸಾರನೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅವಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಅವಳ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಅವರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಜೀವ ಬೆದರಿಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನು ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Prasanna is distraught and has asked the police to file a kidnapping case against Rupa's family and help him get her back. But Shikaripura police has not bothered to take note of the situation. Prasanna claims that initially Rupa's parents were supportive, but after the marriage have refused to accept the relationship. Prasanna has vowed to fight for Rupa till his last breath. On one hand, it is really encouraging to see youngsters like Prasanna fight for their love, but on the other, it is appalling to see the older generation refusing to accept such a sacred relationship. Baswaraj Yaraganavi, News9, Shimoga.
Now, even the dead can't get eternal peace in Namma city. Nothing is more ironical when land-hungry sharks don't even spare a burial ground. Here is the disturbing development involving a plot of land near the Islamic burial ground at Madiwala.
The land in question is spread over 1.33 guntas and was reportedly given by then Mysore government in 1965 and earmarked for burying people belonging to the Islamic faith. There are also boards put up by the Karnataka Waqf Board indicating that this is a burial ground. By 1970, 2 persons, Muhammad Sharif and Fakiruddin, who were members of the Mosque Administration Committee, reportedly fabricated documents and got the land allocated in their names. But the descendants dismiss these claims and say that their family was the one which donated the land.
My grandfather was a Patel of Madiwala. Half of Madiwala was owned by our ancestors.
The locals then approached the civil court in 1972, which ruled that the land indeed belonged to the Karnataka Waqf Board. But Dr. Sharif cites a Supreme Court ruling that an inquiry needs to be conducted before even the Waqf Board can list the property.
It is a Supreme Court order to say that if any list is published, there should be inquiry. Without inquiry, any list is illegal.
Dr. Sharif says that there is an ulterior motive among the locals over the parcel of land.
Wrong. The court has not ordered. There is no order. If the court had ordered, why they have not taken position from 1972? Why are they going now? Why has the DC ordered now against them?
Now the locals and descendants of Muhammad Sharif and Fakiruddin are locked in a legal battle after it came to light that 24 guntas of the land had been sold to one Nandakumar illegally.
2004ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದು ನಂದಕುಮಾರ್ ಅನ್ನೋರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 11 ಗುಂಟೆ 2004ರಲ್ಲಿ 2005ರಲ್ಲಿ 12 ಗುಂಟೆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾರ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
The locals also filed a complaint with the Madiwala police naming Dr. Sharif and the buyer in the FIR. It now remains to be seen how the situation can be amicably solved. Pemmaya Melayanda for News9, Bengaluru.
Now, in broad daylight, a group of people made a successful bid on fencing a property allegedly encroached by Bangalore Development Authority or the BDA. But the officials don't even know whether the property belonged to them or not.
In a daring move, a bunch of people fenced BDA property and claimed it to be theirs. They even went on to allege that BDA had illegally encroached their property. BDA constructed 2 apartment complexes in Valgerahalli for economically weaker sections. The construction has been completed and the flats are to be occupied soon. These apartments are part of BDA's Nanabharti layout project. 30 years ago, in 1985, BDA acquired land in Valgerahalli for this project. But in 1990, about 10 acres of the acquired land and survey numbers 92, 102, 105 and 107 were deleted from acquisition process. Strangely, no BDO official has any idea about the owner of the land. But contrary to their facts, they went ahead with the construction of the apartment complex on the same land. But three people, namely Shanmuga, Muniraju and Galappa, came to this place yesterday and fenced the area, claiming ownership of the land. According to security guards, they came in the noon and completed the work by 5 in the evening. This fencing blocks the way to about 200 flats. According to BDA sources, these flats have already been allotted to people. BDA now is in the spot of bother. BDA officials held a discussion with the claimants to resolve the issue. When our correspondent spoke to the commissioner, he said that separate land would be provided to the claimants. It is literally baffling to note that the officials have not even bothered to verify the documents before taking up such a huge project. Will they continue committing such blatant mistakes or learn a lesson from this incident? Pramod, News 9, Bengaluru.
Now, the mystery over the missing MH370 plane continues, but the latest investigation report has come up with the conclusion about the passengers in the plane. Here is a report on what possibly could have happened to them all.
Even before a conclusive report on what happened to the MH370 has been released, a report submitted by the Australian Transport Safety Board states that the passengers and crew of the missing plane most likely died from suffocation. In the 55-page report, it is speculated that the plane carrying 239 passengers along with the crew died way before the plane crashed into the Indian Ocean. This conclusion was drawn after the investigation team compared the flight with previous disasters. The report suggests that the plane most likely crashed farther south into the Indian Ocean. The new analysis has come 100 days after MH370 carrying 239 passengers and crew went missing. The investigators also suggest that the plane was deliberately diverted thousands of kilometers from its scheduled route before plunging into the ocean. The Australian authorities suggest that the next phase of the search is expected to start in August and could take a year to complete. It will cover 60,000 square kilometers at a cost of $56 million. The search for missing MH370 is already the most expensive in aviation history, but other than some speculations, the mystery still prevails over its disappearance. A News9 report.
Now, consumed by an excessive greed and desire to make a few quick bucks, stone mining companies in Bagalkot have ended up destroying the homes and livelihood of the entire villages. Now, take a look at the destruction they have brought down upon the villages in the district.
A vast expanse of land that was once lush and green has now turned into what looks like a crater. What happened here? What caused the land to turn barren in a span of few months? Well, a quick glance across the border of the fields and you have your answer. These are the crushers that are functioning close to the fields and houses of the residents of the Naganuru village in Bagalkot. In a span of 2 years, mining companies have managed to drastically change the landscape of this village. What was once a lush green valley is now just a barren expanse of land. Not just that, the mining companies have violated each and every norm stipulated by the Department of Mines and Geology, clearly consumed by greed.
ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಮೀನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟು ಲುಕ್ಸಾನ್ ಆಕತ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಒಟ್ಟು ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಈ ಕಬ್ಬು 4 ಎಕರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಲುಕ್ಸಾನ್ ಆಕತ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರ ದೂಸ ಬಿದ್ದ ಕಿಸಿಂದ ಕಬ್ಬ ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಅದು ಕಬ್ಬಿನ ದೂಸ ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಬಿದ್ದ ಕಿಸಿಂದ ರೀ ಸುಳ್ಯಾಗ ಆ ಕಬ್ಬು ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಅದು ಏನು ದೂಸಿಗೆ ರೀ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಆ ಕಬ್ಬನ ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಎಕರೆಗೆ 50 ಟನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಹೋಗಿ ಕಿಸಿಂದ 10 ಟನ್ ಕಬ್ಬು ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾರೂ ಕಸ ತೆಗಿಯಾಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಯಾರೂ ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಹೋಗ್ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನೀರು ಹಾಸಾಕ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಜಾಕ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಳೆ ನಮಗೆ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇವ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬಟ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಕಬ್ಬು ಕಡಿಯಾಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಕಬ್ಬು ದನಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದು ಮೇವ ಮಿರ್ಚಿ ಏನೂ ಹಾಕಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ರೀ ಈ ಕಬ್ಬು ಕಡಿಯಾಕೆ ಯಾರೂ ನಾವು 4,000 ಕೊಡ್ತಂದ್ರು ಯಾರು ಒಂದು ಲೋಡ್ ಕಡಿಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Government rules dictate that the stone blasting and crushing units must be set up at least 2 kilometers away from any residential or commercial setup. The companies, however, could not care less for these norms. By setting up units right next to these villagers' homes, they have caused irreparable damage. While on one hand the dust and granules released due to the blasting has affected the crops in nearby fields, the vibrations from the blast have ended up causing cracks in the houses of the residents. In all, the residents are being deprived of their basic needs. Despite repeated complaints to the officials concerned, there have been no action. Will nobody come to the rescue of these residents? Suresh Nayak for News 9, Bagalkot.
Well, we have seen many little achievers in the past, but have you met a university level player who's studying in primary school? Take a look.
Take a look at this little girl. The skill. The precision. This 9-year-old is Jaden Newman, who has already found the love of her life at such a tender age. And the love of her life is basketball. And this young girl has already achieved a mean feat. Jaden has been recruited by the Miami University, and with that, she has gone on to become the youngest female player to have got recruited by a Division I program. Her parents, being basketball lovers, made sure that they pass on their love to their children. Jaden knows that she has a lot of time before she actually steps into college, but knows she can do a lot more than what her adult counterparts can do on the basketball court. Though her brother too is an ace player, she has really made her parents and coach proud. She started her exploits with the basketball when she was just 3, and now that she has achieved a milestone at 9, surely this girl is a world champion in the making. A News 9 report.